This week on City Now, postal strike information, budget engagement, and fire safety tips for Halloween. Welcome to City Now for Friday, October 26. Well, due to rotating strikes by Canada Post postal workers, mail to city residents, property and business owners may be impacted. And the city wants to remind you that billing dates are still in effect despite the work stoppage. So if you don't receive your bill, please call 576-8251 on weekdays from 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. to confirm the amount due. Now, residents can submit payments electronically through a financial institution or in person at City Hall. Access St. John's hours of operation are Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. A mail slot is located outside the main entrance of City Hall, which is on 10 New Gower Street. Now, for companies who are receiving payment from the city, our finance department will hold all checks during this postal work stoppage. Companies not enrolled for direct deposit can do so by completing the electronic funds transfer application, and you'll find that at accounts payable at stjohns.ca. Just simply email us and we'll walk you through that process. Businesses seeking to invoice the city for work performed on and may send their invoices via email to that email address. A postal strike may also impact the city's ability to deliver our 2019 assessments. Now, those assessments are going out at the last part of November, first part of December. So if we're still in this situation at that time, we will provide further information to you then. Budget engagement is continuing until October 30th with our last in-person session taking place in the foreign green room of City Hall at 7 p.m. on Tuesday, October 30th. If you haven't been able to attend an in-person session, please be sure to visit engagestjohns.ca where you can join the discussion on a number of topics. The discussions at these sessions have been excellent, and the city will be issuing a What We Heard document early in November. So please watch our website or the Engage page for details on that as Council prepares to present the next 3-year budget plan in early December.
Hello, my name is Jamie Corab, Ward 3 City Councillor here in the beautiful city of St. John's, and I'm inviting you to the second annual Pumpkin Walk here at Bannerman Park. What's a pumpkin walk? Well, we had it last year. It was a great success. It's November 1st from 6 to 8 p.m. We encourage all the residents to bring down your pumpkin here as we light up the loop with the jack-o'-lantern display, which is massive. Again, fantastic time last year. We've got a live DJ. We're going to have some entertainment. We encourage you to bring down your reusable mug for free hot chocolate. And the city will provide a light source while supplies last for your pumpkins. That's November 1st here at Bannerman Park, and the best part, it's an Earth Family event. The pumpkins will be composted at our landfill to be used at future city projects.
Thank you, Councillor Corab. And I'm joined now by Captain Mike Marr with the St. John's Regional Fire Department. Captain Marr, you're working in fire prevention, and what kind of messages do we want our families who are celebrating Halloween next week to be thinking about?
Well, Susan, what we want to impress on the general public, we want the parents to really make sure that the kids are wearing flame retardant costumes. They should bear the label of a certified, laboratory. They shouldn't carry around any candles, nor should they be part of any costume. When they're using masks, there should be adequate clearance in the eyes. Make sure they have, clear visual field ahead of them. Stay on the sidewalks. If they're in any areas where there are no sidewalks, they want to walk facing traffic. Make sure they're on the far side of the road. Don't cross the road between any parked cars. Use your corners. Use your crosswalks and have you. When we're getting into the home, we generally like to see flame retardant decorations. However, crepe paper, corn stalks, anything of that nature is combustible. Make sure it is away from anything, a heat source like a heater or a light bulb. If you're going to have any family gatherings, Make sure you have, you're aware of your evacuation plan, your meeting places outside, your exits are clear and unobstructed. When we're looking into from a response perspective for our crews, civic numbers, they should be well lit. Your walkways should be clear. It gives our people, a strategic advantage should we have to respond to a building.
And I mean, Halloween is, one of those spooky times of the year when everything is dark and lights are off and Halloween decorations are all over a home. So I guess from a fire response perspective, making sure that you have your number well lit is really important.
That is so important. And again, when we get back to decorations and what have you, what we prefer the children to use are glow sticks and battery operated candles. Worst case scenario, should anybody entertain wanting to use a candle in a pumpkin, a jack-o'-lantern, they should be well away from any walkways, the trick-or-treaters, or any doorways. We prefer, from a fire and life safety perspective, we prefer, the glow sticks and the battery-operated candles.
And you can still have a fun Halloween.
You can have a fun Halloween.
And hopefully it'll be a very quiet Halloween here at the St. John's Regional Fire Department, and we won't have too many calls. Well, thank you, Captain Marr, for doing this.
You're kindly welcome, and again, thanks for the opportunity.
No problem. Absolutely. Be very safe this Halloween. And just one last message for you. The City Grants Program, which provides financial resources to organizations and individuals who are looking for support, is now open, and funding is available in the categories that you can see there on your screen. Each applicant is required to complete a grant application form available on the city's website. The deadline to submit application and required attachments is 4 p.m. Friday, November 30th. For information, you can visit the city's website or email citygrants@stjohns.ca. And that's it from St. John's Regional Fire Department with Captain Marr. Remember, the council has its regular meeting on Monday, coming up on October 29th at 4:30 p.m. You can find out all the details about this and many other city events at stjohns.ca. You can follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook and Instagram, and you can also follow the St. John's Regional Fire Department Facebook page. We have that information for you there. Have a great Halloween.